And let's get right into it. Underdog, fantasy football, best place to draft. And we're getting into the fast puppy. Honestly, if you guys are looking to mock draft, do some practice for your league coming up, Underdog's the place to do it. And right now they have a $5 tournament, which I'd say is a good place to start if you're new to Underdog. You don't want to get into these high-stake tournaments if you're new, because you will just get absolutely buried. Oh, I just see Tyreek Hill seeks new long-term extension. Interesting. Since Jalen Waddle got a 3-year, $84 million extension, he will look to get one himself, which Amon-Ra St. Brown just got paid. A few different guys just got paid, so let me adjust this camera a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to pay him, because he arguably is better than they are if you're looking at stats. There we go. All right, so when we're in here at pick 11. Nothing new. If you guys have been watching the streams, you know we constantly get these end of the first round picks. So we'll make something happen. We're not going to get Tyreek Hill, unfortunately. We're not going to get Amon-Ra St. Brown, unfortunately. And we also will not get Justin Jefferson, but we might get Garrett Wilson, which in the first round here, if I was going to get somebody at wide receiver, I think Garrett Wilson is a pretty solid pick. See what happens. Looking up the camera. All right. Breece Hall going at pick 3 in this draft. Kind of crazy. That's some of the earliest I've seen him go. Other than that, pretty standard ADP. But, yeah, Breece Hall going at 3. That is the earliest I've seen Breece Hall go. And I've done about 80 Underdog drafts now at this point. And that is the earliest I've seen Breece Hall go. So pretty crazy. All right. We're going to take Puka. He falls a couple picks past ADP. We do not get Garrett Wilson, but we will take Puka. And I am just fine with that. Looks like Jahmyr Gibbs is going to fall back to us, and we will take Jahmyr Gibbs. Puka Jahmyr Gibbs start. Nothing crazy about it. It's not unique. It's a lot of teams in this range are going to have similar lineups, so we'll take it. I would have took Marvin Harrison just because I don't have a ton of him. But we do not get Marvin Harrison. We do not. All right. Saquon going before Jonathan Taylor. Interesting. I actually got CMC at 3 yesterday, and I followed it up with Saquon. And normally I don't like to do the 2 running backs out the gate, but I did. Just to mix it up a little bit, and we'll see how that team turns out. The draft ended pretty decent. I was happy with the team at the end of it all, but at the beginning I was a little scared. Not that Christian McCaffrey and Saquon will be a unique pairing. I think there will be some teams that have Saquon falling that far. But we'll see. Maybe it's unique. Maybe I have the team with the best running backs in my group. We'll see. Which would be amazing. All right. Amon-Ra St. Brown looking to have a big season after contract extension. That would be great. I have Amon-Ra in a ton of teams, so if he ends up balling out, that's good for my fantasy teams, and it's good for my hometown Lions. For those of you that don't know, I am a Lions fan. Die-hard Lions fan. I was really happy with last season. Yeah, we could have made it to the Super Bowl. That would have been incredible, but hey, making it to the NFC Championship from where we've been in recent years is, can't complain about that. All right. I kind of want to take Tank Dell here. I don't have a lot of Tank Dell just because I wasn't drafting him a ton. And if Stephon Diggs is still there, I will take Stephon Diggs over Tank Dell in most drafts. But since Stephon Diggs got drafted, I will take Tank Dell if he falls. And it looks like he's going to fall, so we'll grab him. And then the way back around here, either Josh Allen or Sam Laporta, and I will be happy. And we get Josh Allen. I'm not going to think too much about it. Could definitely be the number 1 QB in fantasy this next season. Only 2 wide receivers in the first 4 rounds. It's not the end of the world, but we're definitely going to need a couple more here in these next 3. I do not want to get away from the wide receiver here. Wide receivers are everything in these best ball drafts on Underdog. If you don't get your receivers, you will be behind. Just simply put it. Travis Kelce, Sam Laporta go, and Jalen Hurts goes to the A.J. Brown team. Pretty standard. I kind of want to know your guys' opinion on Malik Neighbors this year. Is he going to be that guy? I was seeing some stats on number 1 wide receivers in bottom 5 offenses and their chance of finishing top 10 in fantasy, and it is 0%. The wide receiver 1 over the last 20 years in a top 10 offense, or in a bottom 5 offense, has a 0% chance to be a top 10 receiver. Not a 0% chance, but it just hasn't happened in the last 20 seasons. Pretty crazy. Team at 2 starts Lamb, Ayuk, Devontae Smith, Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson stack. That is pretty nice. I actually started with, had a similar draft. I picked at 3, and I got that Lamar Andrews stack. 3-teamer streamer. I'll have to let you know. I like the Pirates today. I think the Pirates get the win. I'll have to look back at the games playing today, but I like the Pirates. All right. We're going to take Xavier Worthy. I like Xavier Worthy over all these guys. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. My guy. Yeah, I like the Pirates. Another one I liked was, I believe the Tigers have Skubal pitching, so usually the Tigers are a pretty good bet when he's pitching, so we'll see. Not bad. Not a bad start. We get Xavier Worthy. Yeah. No, I agree with that. If he's pitching, I like the Royals a lot too. If I had my other screen pulled up right now, I could look at the games, but I'm in the middle of a draft right now. Yeah. I was rooting for the Oilers too, honestly. It was they just got so behind, and then it's tough to come back when you get that far behind. Yeah, me too. I like Connor McDavid a lot. I like that whole team. Drysaitel and yeah, they had a solid team. I actually had them picked as my future bet to win the Stanley Cup. I gave it to the whole team, and people were messaging me all the way through the playoffs, like, "Dude, are they gonna do it?" And man, that would have been a huge win for us if the Oilers would have did it. But it is what it is. All right, so CJ Stroud goes off the board. We don't really need a quarterback, so that's good for us. We need a tight end, so George Kittle going is not the greatest for us. Evan Ingram going is not the greatest for us. We can need a tight end. I'm not crazy about Jake Ferguson. I am hoping. All right, I got you. If you want to watch me draft right now, I'm on YouTube streaming live. Just search Malone Fantasy in YouTube, and you can watch the stream on there. Hope Keon Coleman does not fall, so. Keon Coleman does not fall, unfortunately. That would have been really nice for a Josh Allen team. But I think we're gonna go running back here. I think we're gonna go double running back. Maybe we take Jake Ferguson. No, I think we're gonna go double running back. I think we're gonna go a couple guys that I haven't drafted a lot of. Let's get our exposure out there. James Conner, Ramondre Stevenson. Hopefully James Conner falls back around. He does not. Then we will take instead Zamir White. All right, nice. So far, we have Josh Allen as our QB. Then we have as our running backs Jahmyr Gibbs, Ramondre Stevenson, Zamir White. At wide receiver, we have Puka, Tank Dell, Xavier Worthy, and Chris Godwin. Do need a tight end, but not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. Wasn't too crazy about Jameson Williams. He wouldn't have been a terrible pick since we... Oh, no, we don't even have... We have Jahmyr Gibbs. I guess there's a little bit of correlation there, but he's not necessarily a pass catcher. He will catch some passes, but I guess then maybe we could have took Goff if we took Williams, but I think just the running backs in this range are going to perform a little bit better than these receivers, so I think it was smarter to go running back. Let me know what you guys think of the team so far. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Kind of building around Josh Allen and Jahmyr Gibbs here. Puka. If he has another season like he did his rookie year, I'll be super happy. If he takes a step forward, I will be even happier because then he could possibly be a league winner. It looks like Jordan Addison has not been falling too far in these drafts. I actually don't know any news on him, so I would not be the one to tell you what's going on with that situation. Joe Burrow goes to an unstacked... This guy took a naked C.J. Stroud and a naked Joe Burrow. And then has his other receivers. He has Jordan Addison and Terry McLaurin to go with Mike Evans. Terry McLaurin. This guy at 1 is... Ugh. And then he takes Brock Bowers there, huh? That isn't... I hate to be negative, but that is an ugly team. Everybody else's team so far is pretty decent, honestly. But that team at 1, I just am not a fan. Dak Prescott goes to not the CeeDee Lamb team. No, the CeeDee Lamb team has Lamar. I don't want to say we're punting tight end in this draft, but we're definitely kind of giving up on it at this point. There's not going to be any tight ends in this range to take. I'm not reaching on Goddard, so I'm going to be looking at Tajay Spears and Shakir right here. We will take Spears. And hopefully Shakir falls back to us. I don't see this team at 12 taking Shakir with, yeah. I kind of want to take Romeo Doubs. We do have Josh Allen, though. I kind of want to take Romeo Doubs. We'll get the stack with Allen. We don't have him stacked with anybody, so we'll get him a stack. That's our last possible stacking besides a Dawson Knox later, which could end up going that route too. Did like Romeo Doubs, though. He's going to be in a good offense. So will Shakir. But I think Romeo Doubs falling that far is it's a nice pick. I'm liking the team, though. Just added Tajay Spears and Shakir on that turn. Way back around, we'll be looking for tight ends if they're there. If not, I'm not going to reach on a tight end. Maybe at this point I will, but I'm not going to do anything crazy and reach early on a tight end. Caleb Williams goes to the Rome team. Dontavian Wicks goes. I think Wicks and Dobbs at their ADPs are some good value in that Green Bay offense. The team at 1 goes Brock Bowers and then Dallas Goedert on the way back around, and they only have 3 receivers right now. And their 3 receivers are Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, and Jordan Addison. They are a absolute madman. I am so confused what they're doing. Team at 4 ended up with Tyreek and then gets Tua right there. It's nice. Team at 5 goes 3 straight QBs. They're just getting their stacks. They got their Dak, no one stack. They got their Caleb Rome stack, and then their Trevor Lawrence, Evan Ingram stack. All right, interesting. That is an interesting one. Maybe we go Dalton Schultz here since we already have Tank Dell. Get some correlation with that Texan offense. I'm going to take Nick Chubb if he falls right here. I think Nick Chubb is continuously going to shoot up these draft boards. I mean, it's a $5 draft that's optimizing for weeks 15, 16, 17, so... All right, let's take Jerry Jeudy. Then he'll give us some stacking options with Deshaun Watson later, and then I'll take one of these tight ends on the way back. Hopefully we get Schultz. And he took Freiermuth, so yeah, we will get Schultz. Nice. First tight end, Dalton Schultz. All right. Not bad. We picked up Jeudy and Schultz on that turn. Jeudy will give us some potential stacking options later. And Schultz gives us our first tight end. I would have loved Nick Chubb. I think his upside is in this round 11 range is way higher than all these other guys. And at these picks in the draft, that's kind of what you're looking for is the upside play. So I think he would have been a perfect selection. This team at 12 took Freiermuth. Who do they... He just preferred Freiermuth, I guess. He does not even have a QB yet. Maybe he's giving himself some potential stacking options later with Russell Wilson. Interesting play. Interesting play. Lots of tight ends going off the board right here, which is good for us. Oh, actually, no, it is not. We need tight ends. It's not good for us. What am I saying? We do need a QB, though, and we have Puka. Matt Stafford would be a great pick here. Stack with Puka. Give us 2 QBs. And I think after we take Stafford, we can be done drafting quarterbacks. Yeah, let's do it. There we go. Just secured up our quarterback room, Josh Allen, Matt Stafford. And on the way back around here, we will take a Demario Douglas. It was either him or Quentin Johnston. Pretty close on those guys. So if you want to watch me draft right now, I am on YouTube. Live. you can see my whole draft board and all my picks. All right. Quentin Johnson goes a few picks later. Ben Sinnott is not really somebody I was looking at. Is that the team that has Daniels? Yes, it is. They started Bijan, Olave, Diggs, Pickens, Reed, Hopkins, Najee, Jake Ferguson, Jaden Daniels. Not bad. Not a bad team, honestly. So I think we're going to be shooting for a Dawson Knox pick at the end of this draft. And then right here, I just want to keep taking some running backs. Maybe a tight end if they fall significantly. But we're mostly just going to be taking some running backs here, and then I'll take another tight end at the end. Maybe we go 3 tight ends in this draft since we didn't take our first one until round 12. Maybe we go 3 tight ends. We could go. So what could we do with this build? We could do 2, 6. That'd be 8. Yeah. Oh no. We could do a 2, 6, 7, 3, right? Yes. That might be the build we do. 2, 6, 7, 3. When you're drafting an underdog, it's really important to structure your team properly. All right. No crazy tight ends are falling here. I might take... So the team behind me already has 2 tight ends, so I think if I let Conklin fall and just take J.K. Dobbins, that I can get Conklin on the way back. So they just take 2 QBs there. Is that their first QBs? Wow, their first 2 QBs were Baker Mayfield, Will Levis. Do they even have any stacks with those guys? They do have Calvin Ridley to stack with Levis, but this is a completely naked Baker Mayfield. Wow. All right. Isaiah likely goes after, so good thing we got that tight end. Looks like they would have taken the best tight end available. They do have Travis Kelce. Took likely as their second tight end. All right. So these last 2 picks, we're going to go running back and then hopefully Dawson Knox. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.